Coco Gauff makes brutally honest confession ahead of Beijing title defense. When Coco Gauff first burst onto the global tennis scene as a 15-year-old prodigy at Wimbledon in 2019, the world immediately recognized that she was not an ordinary teenager with a racket. She was fearless, full of energy, and her eyes carried the fire of someone ready to shake the foundations of tennis history. Fast forward to 2025, and Gauff is no longer just the bright young star of tennis. She is a Grand Slam champion, a symbol of perseverance, and one of the most marketable athletes in the world. But as she prepares to defend her Beijing title, Gauff made a brutally honest confession, one that stunned fans and resonated with countless athletes worldwide. Her words cut deep into the glitz and glamour of tennis, reminding everyone that behind the trophies and endorsement deals lies the raw, human reality of self-doubt, pressure, and growth. This is the story of Coco Gauff's confession, her rise to glory, the weight of expectations, and how honesty may be her greatest weapon as she steps back onto the courts of Beijing. From prodigy to powerhouse, Coco Gauff's journey began on the public courts of Delray Beach, Florida. Inspired by Serena and Venus Williams, Gauff's father, Corey, and mother, Candy, nurtured her talents with a balance of discipline and love. By age 13, she was already making headlines in the junior circuit, and at 15, she shook Wimbledon by defeating Venus herself in the first round. Her victory was more than just a first-round upset, it was symbolic. It marked the changing of the guard, a generational passing of the torch. Gauff wasn't just a kid with talent. She was a reminder that tennis was evolving, and she was at the forefront. But prodigies face the heaviest burdens. With every tournament, the media demanded greatness. With every loss, critics whispered about burnout. By 18, Gauff had already experienced the highs of winning major titles and the lows of crushing defeats. She learned quickly that being a professional athlete wasn't only about hitting winners, it was about surviving the storm of expectations. The Beijing breakthrough. Beijing has always been a special place for Gauff. In 2023, she entered the China Open fresh from her career-defining triumph at the US Open. Her confidence soared, but the pressure was immense. Fans questioned whether her Grand Slam victory was a one-time miracle or the beginning of a dynasty. In Beijing, she answered those doubts. Gauff tore through the competition with a blend of aggression and composure that silenced her critics. She faced top-ranked players, handled the weight of Chinese crowds cheering against her, and lifted the trophy with a radiant smile. That title was more than a victory, it was validation. It proved that she wasn't a flash in the pan. She was here to stay, and she could win anywhere. Now, 2 years later, she returns to Beijing as the defending champion. But instead of hiding behind confidence, Gauff chose honesty. The brutal confession. In her pre-tournament press conference, Gauff shocked the media. With cameras flashing, she didn't offer rehearsed optimism or safe cliches. Instead, she revealed the truth. I feel nervous coming back here. Defending a title is different from winning it the first time. I know everyone expects me to dominate, but the truth is, I've been struggling. I've felt the weight of expectations more than ever. I don't want to pretend like it's easy, because it's not. I'm still learning how to carry all of this. The room fell silent. Athletes rarely admit vulnerability before a major event. They are taught to project strength, to hide fear, to show the world only their armor. But Coco stripped that armor away. She admitted to doubts, fatigue, and the immense pressure of living up to her own legend. Her confession was brutally honest, but also deeply powerful. It humanized her. It showed fans that beneath her victories is a young woman navigating the harsh spotlight of global fame. The weight of expectation. Defending a title is one of the hardest tasks in sports. Winning once is a surprise. Winning again proves dominance. For Gauff, this Beijing defense is more than just about another trophy. It's about proving consistency, resilience, and mental toughness. But the weight isn't just external, it's internal. She knows she carries the hopes of a generation of young athletes, particularly young Black girls who see her as proof that dreams can come true. She knows every match is dissected by analysts and amplified on social media. Sometimes it feels like every point I play is judged, like I can't breathe without someone saying I'm either the future of tennis or a disappointment, she admitted. These words reveal the invisible battle, the mental war waged behind the serve and forehand. Lessons from Serena and Venus. Coco has never hidden her admiration for Serena and Venus Williams. They were her idols, the blueprint for what was possible. But with admiration comes comparison. Gauff is often asked whether she will be the next Serena. Her response? I'll never be Serena. I can only be Coco. That's enough. This mindset reflects maturity. Serena and Venus taught the world about dominance, resilience, and breaking barriers. Gauff is learning to carve her own path, not by imitating but by embracing authenticity. Her confession in Beijing is part of that authenticity. She doesn't want to wear an unshakable mask. She wants to show the real fight behind the champion. The mental game. In modern sports, mental health has become as crucial as physical training. Naomi Osaka spoke openly about her struggles. Simone Biles prioritized her well-being at the Olympics, and now Gauff is adding her voice to the conversation. By confessing her fears before Beijing, Gauff is not weakening her image. She is strengthening it. She is showing that greatness includes vulnerability, that champions are not robots but humans who persevere despite doubts. Sports psychologists often emphasize that acknowledging fear is the first step toward conquering it. By speaking her truth, Gauff is disarming the power of pressure. Instead of running from it, she's confronting it. Beijing awaits. As she steps back into the National Tennis Center in Beijing, Gauff knows the road ahead is tough. Top-ranked players are hungry to dethrone her. Chinese fans will rally behind their own stars. Every opponent will treat her as the champion to beat. But she also knows something greater. Honesty has freed her. By admitting the struggle, she has lightened the burden. She doesn't have to pretend anymore. She can play with authenticity, with the joy that first carried her to victory. Her confession doesn't predict defeat. It paves the way for resilience. The global impact. Coco's words echo far beyond tennis. For young athletes watching, her honesty is a lesson. Greatness doesn't mean perfection. For fans, it's a reminder that behind every highlight reel is a person facing battles unseen. For the world of sports, it's a call to prioritize mental well-being alongside physical training. Her confession could inspire a shift in how athletes approach pressure. Instead of hiding vulnerability, they can embrace it. Instead of pretending to be invincible, they can show that true strength lies in authenticity. The future beyond Beijing. Whether Coco Gauff wins or loses in Beijing, her journey is far from over. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.